Hope is gone. Seek out a song of peace until we sing with one voice. Light one candle, pass the light on. Light one candle, pass the light on. Kindle some hope before all hope is gone. Seek out a song of peace until we sing with one voice. Light one candle, pass the light on.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi Hanan.
Hold on a second, you guys. I'm going to get us live on Facebook.
They missed that one?
They missed that beautiful song.
I'm sorry.
It says it's now live. Should I start?
Just wait a second here. Okay, I guess we're live now.
Okay. So here's a song that Arlene taught me when we were in our Jewish Songs of the Spirit music class, called Hanukkah Candle Dream. I was dreaming of Hanukkah candles, and they seemed to be living and bright. They each had a story to tell me as I watched their glowing light. 'Twas a story of hope and of yearning, and of prayers made in days long gone by, so that we'll keep a spark of light burning and not let its ember die. Join me. La 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 I was never thrilled so sincerely. The candles held me in their spell, and then I heard a voice clearly, the voice of Israel. La 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 Lie, 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 lie. I was dreaming of Hanukkah candles, and they seemed to be living and bright. They each had a story to tell me as I watched their glowing light. 'Twas a story of hope and of yearning, and of prayers made in days long gone by, so that we'll keep a spark of light burning and not let its ember die. I was never thrilled so sincerely. The candles held me in their spell, and then I heard a voice clearly, the voice of Israel. And they called on us all to endeavor to make life for our loved ones supreme, so our people could go on forever. That's my Hanukkah candle So, hi everyone. We're so grateful to be part of Olam Synagogue Without Walls. I know for me, I just looked at counting. It's over 22 years that I've been around here. Some people, of course, Rob and Jordan longer. And welcome to Hanukkah. Hanukkah means rededication. And this is the night where we rededicate ourselves to what we value. So there's some words, because of COVID and everything and all the political unrest, I thought it's really nice to have some nice words of wisdom. So Rabbi Naomi Levy of Southern California said this: the spiritual meaning of Hanukkah is to remember that sometimes we feel like all our oil is spent, that we have no more energy left, and we feel faced with overwhelming odds. Hanukkah teaches us that whatever may come in the face of darkness, our response doesn't have to be to hide our head under the covers or to succumb, but to light a candle, or maybe 7 or 8, and to believe that strength and miracles are there for us, and we can triumph over whatever we face. And we have a lot to face, so I'm just bringing that all in. So in this season of darkness and despair for many, may we rededicate our lives and hearts to kindle the precious light of hope, healing, love, peace, and joy for all beings in our community and on this beautiful earth. And I would love to have you join me in lighting the Hanukkah candles. So get your menorahs ready. Here it comes. And both Rob and I will be lighting and saying prayers for our candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Blessed is the source of life, Spirit of the universe, who inspires us to rededicate our lives and our hearts as we light our sacred lights of Hanukkah.
People have more than one menorah. I'm going to light one as well because I have maybe it's a just slightly different melody than what Beth sings. I grew up in Reform Judaism in Cincinnati, and it's a beautiful thing about Olam and what Hanan let us all run with the ball and bring all our expressions to it, and we honor all alternative and traditional expressions here. So I'm going to light these, and the seventh night. I have one set of environmental kavanahs, and for the seventh night, abundance, and that this amazing earth we live on gives us abundance if we only are able to share and to realize it. So may everyone have abundance of light. Ooh, there's one. We light the shamas, and as they say, light the menorah from left to right. You can say with me, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotov, v'tzivanu hadlak ner shel Hanukkah.
Beautiful. And for those who know it, please join us in Maut Sur. Maut Sur Yeshuati Lechana Elishabeach Tikkun Beit Tefilati Visham Toda Netzabeach Lietachin Matbeach Mitzart Hamnabeach Azigmur Bishir Mizmur Chanukah Mizbeach Azigmur Bishir Mizmur Chanukah Mizbeach.
And a modern expression of Rock of Ages in English. It's an arrangement that I made after hearing a Mark Cohen version of Rock of Ages. Praise thy saving power. Was our sheltering tower, Rock of Ages, let our song praise thy saving power. Thou amidst the raging foes was our sheltering tower, our sheltering tower, the Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages. So furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word it broke their sword. When our own strength failed us, our own strength failed us, praise thy saving was our sheltering tower. Children of the wanderers, whether free or fettered, wake the echo of our songs, though they may be scattered, they may be scattered. Rock of Ages, praise thy saving power. Was our sheltering tower. So yours the message that we cheer, and the time is drawing near when we will see the people free and the tyrants disappearing, the tyrants disappearing. Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages. Praise thy saving power. Was our sheltering tower. Rock of Ages was our sheltering tower. The Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages.
Thank you, Rob. I don't know how many of you got the lyrics from the song sheets, but you can always sing with Lila Lies with us. going to sing a song called Hanerot, Halalu, and it has the 4 lines. The only liturgy in Hanukkah are the last 4 lines of Hebrew in this song, and then I'm going to do an English version. So, Hanerot, Hanerot, Hanerot halalu, Hanerot halalu, אנחנו מדליקים. Hanerot, Hanerot, Hanerot halalu, Hanerot halalu, אנחנו מדליקים. על הניסים ועל הנפלאות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. We thank for all the wonders and miracles. Now we light the Hanukkah lights, our lights of hope and peace. Now we light our Hanukkah lights for all humanity. Please join me. Now we light the Hanukkah lights, our lights of hope and peace. Now we light our Hanukkah lights for all humanity. Miracles of light shine in every soul. Darkness disappears as each light joins a whole. Miracles of light shine in every soul. Darkness disappears as each light joins a whole. Shine, shine little candles through the darkest night. Shine, shine little candles, may your light shine bright. Shine, shine little candles through the darkest night. Shine, shine little candles, may your light shine bright. Now we light our Hanukkah lights, the lights of hope and peace. Now we light the Hanukkah lights for all humanity. Now we light our Hanukkah lights, our lights of hope and peace. Now we light our Hanukkah lights for all humanity. Miracles of light shine in every soul. Darkness disappears as each light joins a whole. Miracles of light shine in every soul. Darkness disappears as each light joins a whole. Shine, shine little candles through the darkest night. Shine, shine little candles, may your light shine bright. Shine, shine little candles through the darkest night. Shine, shine little candles, may your light shine bright. Shine, shine little candles through all time and space. For those who came before us, shining every place. Shine, shine little candles through all time and space. For those who will come after us, shining in your grace. Now we light our Hanukkah lights, our lights of hope peace. Now we light our Hanukkah lights for all humanity.
Sweet, Beth. Thank you. As you can see, we're kind of passing it back and forth. I'm going to do a song, but after this song, Jordan's going to tell a story. Break it up a little bit that way. But this song I'm going to do is called Burn On. It kind of tells the Hanukkah story through an old civil rights song. The original song was Eyes on the Prize, and I rewrote it to be Burn On. But it's just how justice is really and freedom are part of this story that we're celebrating tonight. And we know it's been a rough year in terms of what we're seeing in terms of fairness and justice and truth. So put this one out to all those that have to stand strong. Judas Maccabee was a man who dared to make a stand, and those flames of freedom burn on. When those Maccabees, they were wrong, they stood together strong, and their flames of freedom burn on. Burn on, burn on. May these flames of freedom burn on. They chased their enemies all away. They had enough oil for just one day. But those flames of freedom, they burned on. We know their sacrifice was great. For 8 nights we celebrate. Those flames of freedom burn on. Burn on, burn on. May these flames of freedom burn on. Light the menorah from left to right. Put it in the window in plain sight. And may the flames of freedom burn on. With the light of hope, the light of peace. May the joy in all increase. And may the flames of freedom burn on. Burn on, burn on. May the flames of freedom burn on. Burn on, burn on. May the flames of freedom burn on. And may these flames of freedom burn on. That's a prayer for you. That the flames of freedom burn on. Beth
Lie
is going
die
to
die
introduce.
die 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 yada die 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 lie die 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 yada die 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 yai die 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 die.
Good Yanta. Welcome to my little shtetl of Kelm. Kelm is a place that maybe you've heard of. It has a few so-called fools here. What is a fool? For most of us, the world is a complex place. Many problems seem too difficult to solve. We may not have the resources, the time, or expertise needed. And worse, the opposing forces and inertia may seem insurmountable. But to the fool, every problem has a solution. A fool has faith in his or her abilities and trusts their power of common sense and creativity. A fool cannot solve a problem, and most certainly they know someone who can. To the fool, present isn't too bad. There's always a way forward to a better future. Foolishness is not rational and often is a bit naive, but it is a positive view of life. Fool's motto, because the world is good, we too can be good. If we just apply ourselves, the universe will take care of us. I want to share with you a story from my hometown of Kelm. And these stories have been around for a long time, but in your Jewishing renewal way, where you're always mixing things up, making them new, I've taken liberties with these stories. The town of Kelm had more than its share of fools. No one knows how that came to be. One legend is that God made many kinds of people, but only a very small number of the very wise, and only a very, very small number of the foolish. So as to balance the wise realists with the foolish optimists, these souls were to be distributed evenly all over the world by an angel. The angel put them in two different sacks and flew off to drop the souls randomly over the earth in the mountains east of Helm, flying low because of the cloud cover. One of the bags got caught on a crag and tore open. And without the angel even realizing it, half of the very foolish fell down in what is now Helm. And they have been there ever since. Like all Jewish towns, Kelm had a small shul, a synagogue with a wise rabbi. Our tradition teaches that it is a mitzvah to give tzedakah, often translated to mean it is a commandment to give charity. This translation fails terribly. In Hanan's way of thinking, it is more accurate to say that being a mensch, a good human, is to respond to those in need by giving freely from our hearts. And I ask you, when is there nobody in need? And so we must give. Thus, the shul had a poor box where people could put their tzedakah for the poorest of the townsfolk. Every week, the shamus, or caretaker of the shul, emptied the poor box so the donations could be distributed to the hungriest among them. One day, after the visit from the Tsar's tax collector, the townspeople were feeling a bit attached to the little bit of money they still had left in their pockets. Thus, no one put anything in the poor box that week. When the shamus opened the box, he was shocked. He assumed a thief must have broken into the poor box. Rabbi, a schlump of a ganef has gone off with his lattes, meaning that a no-good thief had stolen the money. Feeling very distressed by the news, the rabbi thought hard. Finally, the rabbi came up with a great idea. Tzedakah is next to godliness. Why not put the poor box up high, closer to Hashem, God, where the thief will never be able to reach it? So the very next day, the shamus moved the box near the ceiling of the shul. Now you can imagine how upset the shamus was the following week when he discovered the box was again empty. Once more, he reported the apparent theft to the rabbi, and again the rabbi thought hard. The box is up high now. Surely no thief could ever reach it. Not even I would be able to get up there. Wait, that's it. Nobody can get up there to put anything in the box. The rabbi knew this problem was beyond even his reason, so he called upon the scholar. The scholar's real name was Shmuel, a fitting name, because like Samuel of the Torah, he was very wise and spent most of his time in study and contemplation. The rabbi explained the terrible case of the empty box to the scholar. Almost immediately, Shmuel saw the solution. Well, the poor box is up too high for the thief to reach. This is good. But no one else can reach it either. That is bad. You must provide a ladder so those wishing to donate can climb up to the ceiling and offer their tzedakah. The rabbi had learned from his previous error. But Shmuel, then the thief will be able to climb the ladder as well. Now, this conundrum required some serious contemplation. In a few minutes, the scholar had his answer. Place a sign by the ladder. On the sign, write the following. This ladder is to be used only for those wishing to place tzedakah into the poor box. Thieves are not to use this ladder under any circumstances. Well, the ladder and the sign worked perfectly. As best as can be told, never a zloty was stolen again. Now, some of the wiser fools among you may recall that there was never any money stolen in the first place. But wouldn't you also be more generous with your tzedakah to avoid an even taller obstacle in your way to becoming the mensch you hope to be? In any case, there was always money for the poor since that sign was added. And as far as I know, the ladder and the sign are still there.
Oy Hanukkah, jonte verschijner, a lustiger, a freiliger, nito, noch een zoiner, alle nachen dreerlag spielen mir, so de Käse lat gesessen mir, geschwinder, dit Kinder, die dinneke lichterlich Zotalanisim lot Gott vor den Isem den Gott gicher tanzen in Korn. Zotalanisim lot Gott vor den Isem und Gott gicher tanzen in Korn.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. We'll have a party and we'll all dance to horror. Gather round the table, I'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are dancing, candles are burning low. And there'll be one for each night, shedding a sweet light to remind us of the days long ago. And there'll be one for each night, shedding a sweet light to remind us of the days long ago.
Hevenu shalom elechem, Hevenu shalom elechem, Hevenu shalom elechem, Hevenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem, Hevenu shalom elechem, Hevenu shalom alechem, Hevenu shalom alechem, Hevenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem.
Shalom Aleichem, Hevenu Shalom shalom aleichem. Avinu shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem. Avinu shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Avinu shalom aleichem. Avinu shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem.
Ay la la ya la la ya la ya la ya la la. Ay la la ya la la ya la ya la la. Hey, ay la la ya la la ya la ya la ya la la. Ay la la ya la la ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are dancing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
There'll be one for each night, shedding a sweet light to remind us of the days long ago. Yes. In the age of Zoom, we are passing it back and forth. May next year we be together, singing songs together, celebrating together, lighting candles together.
Yes, we miss the harmonies and the camaraderie.
Exactly.
So,
So we're. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves, hanging out with us in Zoom land. When I look that way, I'm looking at you guys, but I know there's a camera over here. Michael Hall is here in the studio. We've been studio buddies, so we're both staying healthy, and feels good to do some things together. Here's another song, Hanukkah song I wrote a long time ago. It's called 8 Nights. It's also about remembering. It has a third verse that sometimes I don't sing, but it seems appropriate now because it's about winning the fight, but then what happens after you win the fight. And that's kind of where we are this year. We'll see, there's talk of unity and things like that, but how, the fight and to get to where we want to get to sometimes is hard, and there's rough patches, and we're hoping that things get smoother in this next year. I remember Nelson Mandela, and what an amazing man to come out of prison and then feeling forgiveness for the people that imprisoned him, and that's a very difficult thing to do. But so keep that in mind as I sing this song about the 8 nights and what happens after we win the fight. For 8 nights, we light the lights, remember the freedom fighters. For 8 nights, increase the light. Each night a little brighter. What can I say about the Maccabees, who took back the temple by force, who who refuse to bow down or be pushed around. They fought back and raised up their voice with just a day's worth of oil to relight the altar. A miracle came to be. It burned for 8 days and nights for the Israelites. They celebrated mightily. And now for 8 nights, light the lights. Remember the freedom fighter. For 8 nights, increase the light. Each night a little bit brighter. We sing brighter, 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 brighter. On the first night, let there be light. Let the shamas set the others to flame. On the second and third, let songs be heard. And on the fourth, play the dreidel game. On 5 and 6, light more candlesticks. Let them glow in the dark winter night. On 7 and 8, the gifts are great. We're in awe of this glorious sight. And for 8 nights, light the lights. Remember the freedom fighters. For 8 nights, increase the light. Each night a little bit brighter, 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 brighter. Sometimes you gotta fight for what is right, but then you turn into a fighting machine. Once victory is won, you forget where you've come, forget all the trouble you've seen. Ah, but true victory is to really be free, not to beat up on those who are down. To make peace in the end is to make a new friend, spread the joy around. For 8 nights, light the lights. Remember the freedom fighters. For 8 nights, increase the light. Each night a little bit brighter. We sing brighter, 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 brighter. For 8 nights, for 8 nights. Remember the freedom fighters. Remember the freedom fighters. For 8 nights. For 8 nights. For 8 nights. Light the lights. Remember the freedom fighters. For 8 nights. Increase the light. Each night a little bit brighter.
Hi, everyone. It's dreidel time.
Uh-oh.
Get out your dreidels. So one of the really cool things about the dreidel is it has these Hebrew letters on it. And as everybody knows, when Jews were living places, they couldn't really express their religion a lot, so they had to hide it in games and all kinds of things. So one of the things was the dreidel, and it carried the message of Hanukkah right here. And I just want to say that these 4 letters, a nun, here's a nun, a gimel, a hey, and a shin. So these stand for Nes, Gadol, Haya, Sham, which means a great miracle happened there. And so we're going to do a couple dreidel songs. And please join us if you know them. And I think the words are in that song sheet. And we're going to have some fun with this. Sevivon sof sof sof, Chanukah hu chag tov, Chanukah hu chag tov, Sevivon sof sof sof, Chag simcha u'la נס גדול היה שם, נס גדול היה שם, חג שמחה עולם. Dreidel, dreidel, turn, 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 while the lovely candles burn. What a wondrous holiday, watch us sing and dance and play. Tell the story full of cheer, a great miracle happened there. It's a holiday of night, for 8 days and 8 nights. Okay, here we go. Spin those dreidels. Sivivon, sof, 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 Chanukah, Chucha Tov, Chanukah, Chucha Tov, Sivivon, sof, 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 Chag Simcha Ulam, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Chag Simcha Ulam, Sivivon, sof, 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 Chanukah, Chucha Tov, Chanukah, Chucha Tov, Sivivon, sof, 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 Chag Simcha Ulam, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Chag Simcha Ulam. Yay! Okay, so we're bringing back our childhood here. Please join us. So, I have a little dreidel here. Here we go. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel we shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
I love to spin the dreidel, but the top it plays a game. At Hanukkah we play it when these candles are aflame. My dreidel has 4 corners, a letter on every face. Remind us of a miracle that long ago took place. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I will play.
I had a little dreidel, I made it from a broom. I think I'll try and talk it into cleaning out my room. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when I tried to eat it, my tummy went oy vey. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of pearls. I showed it to my friends, it's the envy of the goyles. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into some silly ones now. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of glue. The baby tried to spin it, now she's spinning too. I have a little dreidel, I made it from some snow. I put it in the oven. Where'd my dreidel go? Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, dreidel I will play. All right, Beth.
Okay. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, said a Kabbalistic blessing, it got up and walked away. I had a little dreidel, I made it from a bush, but when I tried to spin it, it knocked me on my tush. And I had a little dreidel, I made it in my mind. An imaginary dreidel is really hard to find. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
Oh, I have a little dreidel, I made it out of pasta. I put it in my hair, now they call me Rasta. Well, dreidel, 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 I made it from a stump. It's got a lie on every face, just like oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, dreidel I will play.
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
Yeah. if we were all together, I might ask for, things to improv off that one, but that'll have to do.
For this year.
What are we doing next? We're gonna do a little, how we doing on time? How is everybody doing out there? If you're feeling good and you're ready for a few more songs, give me a little of this. Yeah? We're not done yet. We'll do a few more. Here's one that I know Emily brought to us years ago. It's Ladino. See if I can do it justice. Hanukkah linda está aquí. Ocho candeleros para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí. Ocho candelas para mí. Uno candelicas, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah party is here. It happens at the darkest time of year. It's the festival of lights, remembering the miracle for 8 nights. Oh, no candelicas, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, ocho candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candeleros para mí. It's a freedom holiday. Beautiful candles light the way. Hanukkah means rededicate. For 8 nights we celebrate. Oh, uno candelicas, dos candelicas, siete candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas. Ocho candelas para mí. Yeah. 8 candles, 8 little candles.
So here's a little song in my window. I think it's from the 1800s. I'm going to do a little medley. Please join me. And then we're going to do a little Shlomo Carlebach, Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach, little medley here. In my window where you can send your glow from my menorah on newly fallen snow, I will set you my little candle on this the holiday of Hanukkah. In my window where you can send your glow from my menorah on newly fallen snow, I will set you 7 little candles on this the 7th night of Hanukkah. 1 for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. 1 for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Please join me in this nigun when you get it. I lie, 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 lie. I lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. I lie, 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 lie. I lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be joy. Let there be joy. Let there be light. Let there be light. Yallay, lay, 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 lay. Yallay, lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Yallay, lay, 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 lay. I lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Shalom, salam, shalom. Let there be peace. Please join me. Shalom, salam, salam, shalom, shalom. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Salam, shalom. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Salam, shalom. Allay, lay, 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 lay. Allay, lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Allay, lay, 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 lay. Allay, lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. One more time. Allay, lay, 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 lay. Allay, lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Love. Let there be love. Let there be love. Joy. Let there be joy. Let there be joy. Let there be joy. Let there be joy. Light. Let there be light. Let there be light.
Thank you, Beth. That was beautiful. I'm going to do one more song before Jordan tells another story, and then we're not too far from the closer. But I wanted to share this one. This is probably the most recent Hanukkah theme song that I've written, and it's really about that thing of standing up. Again, it just takes one light to pierce the darkness, and one person to start a movement. So maybe that's you. Maybe it's me. There's a part for you, the one light. And I know everybody's muted if they can't hear each other's voices, but you'll know where it is. Just takes one light, one miracle of light, one light to lift our spirits high. Just takes one light, one miracle of light, one light, and we know we will survive. They say nothing is sacred. Burning candle is just here and gone. But belief, it can be mighty. And sometimes the good fight can be won. Just takes one light, one light, one miracle of light, one light to lift our spirits high. It just takes one light, one miracle of light, one light, and we know we will survive. When the darkness surrounds us and our backs are up against the wall, it's amazing what's possible when even the smallest can feel 10 feet tall. Just takes one light, a miracle of light, one light to lift our spirits high. It just takes one light, a miracle of light, one light, and we know we will survive. Could be you, could be me. It won't come easily, and it takes courage to be the one to show us how to be free. Just takes one light, a miracle of light, one light to lift our spirits high. It just takes one light, a miracle of light, one light, and we know we will survive. Just takes one light, one light. One light.
Speaking of the scholar, it was a cold winter day, and the scholar Shmuel was looking forward to Hanukkah starting that very night. He decided to spend the day in meditation to help the folks of Lublin, a nearby city. A friend had written him a letter asking him for help. The friend wrote that a terrible sickness was ravaging the town. Townsfolk were struck down with intestinal symptoms. Nobody felt safe. Many seemed to randomly succumb to the malady. As he was preparing to meditate upon this distressing news, the scholar's wife, Pearl, came to him. I'm going to visit my sister, for a couple of hours to bring her our Hanukkah greetings. I need you to watch the baby. She's taking her nap, so you can go on with your work. But if the baby wakes, rock the cradle. And there's some applesauce cooking on the stove. If it starts to boil over, push it away from the heat. Knowing how Shmuel could become lost in thoughts, she asked him, Do you understand me? Shmuel said, Don't be such a nudnik. No need to worry. I've got it. If the baby wakes, rock her. If the applesauce boils, move it. Feeling assured, Pearl went on her way to visit her sister. But as soon as Shmuel sat down in his rocking chair, he was struck with the realization. What my wife is asking me is a logical paradox. What if the applesauce boils over and the baby wakes at the exact same time? To do both simultaneously would be impossible. So he sat there thinking about this dilemma. The answer came to him in a vision. He dragged the rocking chair next to the kitchen stove. He dragged the baby cradle next to the rocking chair. He then tied a rope from his wrist to the pot on the stove so he could easily pull it off the heat. He then rested his foot on the rocker of the cradle so he could rock the cradle at the exact same time if the need arose. With the paradox resolved, he could now meditate upon the sickness in Lublin with his full concentration. He closed his eyes and thought about the suffering nearby. He would visualize each thought that came to him as a building block. And as the ideas flowed, he would, in his mind, lay one block upon the other until he constructed a tower of knowledge. First, he considered that the sickness might be caused by God. Perhaps Hashem is angry at the people of Lublin, as they are known to gossip incessantly. This idea will make a perfect foundation for my tower. Then he had an image of the Bystrika River, which flows through Lublin. Perhaps the damp air from the river is causing the sickness. He then visualized placing the second block on top of the first. As his meditation deepened, he had an image of the cold wind coming through the valley in Lublin. The folks of Lublin had a habit of wrapping their scarf around their faces to keep themselves warm in the cold wind. It could be that the scarf around their face is trapping the bad air and making them very sick. And so it went on. Shmuel added more and more blocks to his tower. But then his mind went to a darker place. His friend's letter had mentioned that many citizens were taking a special herb to try to prevent the sickness. But maybe the herbs are actually poisonous. Maybe these unscrupulous herb peddlers could unintentionally have been making people sick so they could sell more of their concoction and make more profit. Or worse yet, maybe the sickness is just an ordinary stomachache, but it's the people's fear of the sickness that attracts the evil eye. Now Shmuel's contemplation reached most profound levels. Perhaps there is no sickness at all. Perhaps it is just a story spread by the Tsar to take away people's freedom. The tower of blocks in Shmuel's mind had grown into a formidable yet precarious structure. One more idea was forming in Shmuel's head. He saw a tiny bug swimming in the well water, a bug that when people drank it would get angry and divide into 2 and then 4 and then 8 and more and more and more bugs. Oy vey! The bugs are attacking the folks from Lublin from the inside. Now this notion was meshuggah, crazy. He cautiously placed this last block on the tower in his mind, but it was too much. That now precarious tower began to totter, and then suddenly the whole mental structure collapsed into a heap with a raucous crash in his head. The crash seemed so real that it startled Shmuel, and his arms flew into the air. Well, what happened next happened very fast. As his arms flew up, the rope tied to his arm pulled the pot off the stove and onto the floor. And as it fell, some of the applesauce splattered onto his lap. He instantly jumped up, and when the hot sauce scorched him, and as he jumped up, his foot hit the rocker of the cradle. The cradle flew across the room, tipping the baby onto the floor. The startled baby began to scream. Pearl's timing was perfect. Just then she returned home from her visit and walked into the kitchen. She took one look at the scene in the kitchen. Oy vey, what happened here? Shmuel was still stunned. I don't know. I was silently meditating here, and just when I thought I was close to a divine revelation, the next thing I knew, the applesauce crashed to the ground. The baby was on the floor screaming. It must have been a dybbuk, an evil spirit in the kitchen. Curiously, Pearl just shook her head and said, Not again, Shmuel. She calmly quieted the baby and went about making latkes for their Hanukkah meal. And miraculously, there was just enough applesauce in the pot for each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah.
Thank you, Rebbe. We're going to continue with the song. My friend Michael is here with me. We're going to do this Rich Glauber song, Burning Tonight. And then Beth has one more, and then I'm going to, I think we have 3 songs. And then...
And then we'll open it up for everyone to say hi.
Yeah. This is one of my... a fun one to sing with other people, so I couldn't just sing this one alone. So. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hallelujah. It's burning tonight. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hallelujah. There's a flame of hope that will never. And then there's a story written in.
Having a connection.
Beth, have you lost Rob too?
I lost Rob. I don't know what happened.
Why don't you
You want me to do
take
a song? Okay, here we go. Everybody. So this is a song written by Levin Kipnis, based on Mordechai, a 13th century poet, and a melody by somebody, D. Sambursky, and I have done some English adaptation. Nearly dakik B'Chanukah neri alik B'Chanukah neri air B'Chanukah shiri mashir B'Chanukah neri air B'Chanukah shiri mashir. My little candle glowing in the night, on Hanukkah our candles we light. On Hanukkah they burn so bright, on Hanukkah with songs of light. On Hanukkah they burn so bright, on Hanukkah with songs of light. Light is sown for each soul. Joy lives in our true heart. On life's journey we go. It's never too late for a new start. Light is sown for each soul. Joy true heart. On life's journey we go. It's never too late for a new start, to rededicate our broken open heart. With my little candle glowing in the night, on Hanukkah our candles we light. On Hanukkah they burn so bright, on Hanukkah with songs of light. On Hanukkah they burn so bright, on Hanukkah with songs of light. Rob, are you back?
I am.
Yay!
I think Rob is back.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
miracle.
This moment. And it's burning tonight.
Couple quick announcements. I'm happy Rob is back, and hopefully we'll finish with one of his songs, maybe to hear his voice before we end. I saw one on the subject of tzedakah that the nice man from Chelm taught about. I want to say donations are welcome. We're going to give some of the proceeds to Food for Lane County. I think a greater need this year than usual even. And I want to mention the rest of the proceeds will go to the musicians. I think musicians are having a hard time finding gigs too. So anything you want to donate is welcome. Don't feel obligated if you're having a hard time. But it is a mitzvah. And you can do it on the website, either mail it in or you can do it with a credit card there. And really appreciate everyone being here. And people that have donated already, I really appreciate that. And really appreciate Rob Beth for getting this moving.
And thank you to Jordan too for handling all this stuff, the Zoom stuff.
And Davio.
And Davio. We need more cello.
And the good folks of Chelm.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you guys.
And we'll stay on after the songs. People want to schmooze at all, they're welcome to talk. We'll just let it run.
Here's a little closing song. I've been posting a song a night on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And this was my song that I did tonight.
How many are you putting in?
You can find it on online, and I'll do one more tomorrow night. Yeah, this is Or Shalom, and wishing peace to all of you and all of the world. I'm hearing some other voices, so we might want to mute before.
Tell ourselves that.
Now we kindle a miracle, a flame that could never die. Let it guide us on our way through the longest night. It's growing brighter every day. I know it in my soul. It's the light of freedom, light of peace, or shalom. Oh, shalom. Shine the light of peace. It can illumine every home. Oh, shalom. Shine the light on me. Let it illumine every home. Oh, shalom. Oh, shalom. We remember the miracle, the flame that would never die. Let it guide us on our way through the longest night. It's growing brighter every day. I know it in my soul. It's the light of freedom, light of peace, or shalom. Oh, shalom. Shine the light of peace. Let it illumine every home. Oh, shalom. Shine the light on me. It can illumine every home. Oh, shalom. Oh, shalom. Oh, shalom. Happy Hanukkah. Many blessings to you all. Thank you.
Chag Sameach.
Chag
Yesher
Sameach.
Koach. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh,
Chag Sameach.
Are we gonna talk now? We can go to gallery view.
Oh, hi.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Jonathan, Rabbi Jonathan.
Hi, Rabbi Jonathan.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Sorry, I found the link late. What a wonderful program. Wow. Gorgeous.
Eileen, Josh.
Josh, wow.
Hey.
Hi,
Jonathan.
Hi. It's so
Hello.
nice to see everyone.
This was wonderful. It wasn't quite your living room. It almost
I'm in my living room.
We're in our dining room.
Who painted the shtetl? Who painted the shtetl? That was so...
Actually, I have two shtetl paintings, but the one that I put up there didn't have a name on it, so I don't know.
It's wonderful. And Daviel's cello was beautiful. It was all great. Thank you guys.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
My cat and Takun and I enjoyed it.
Well, we had Cocoon there. That's good.
Definitely,
Yes, exactly.
definitely want to hear more of Davi.
Hello, Julian.
Julian. Wow.
Julian, where are you?
You're in India?
You're in India. Wow.
Wow.
South
You're
Goa.
still there?
Notice how far into it.
Yeah, he was showing us his village for a while.
Yeah, if you take a look, I can show you all.
There it is.
Oh,
the view here.
please.
Poke
There
the
we go.
camera out the window. Show us India.
Wow.
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 Oh. Wow.
It's Palolem in South Goa, which is famous as kind of a yoga culture area. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there for another
Chickens
year?
down in the yard. Chickens and dogs.
Enlarge that.
Oh, is that David K?
No, you can.
Hi, David K.
Oh.
Okay.
And Lena, you stayed for the whole
There he
thing.
is.
Happy holidays, Lena.
Hi. Hi.
Looks like I lost my daughter Karina though, and 2 babies. Guess it was their bedtime.
That's a long time for babies to hang out, and they were mellow.
I saw the older one, Oren, was dancing around to
Oh.
music there. He's 2.
Oh, great.
Oh.
I miss latkes. I haven't had any latkes yet.
Oh no! You should order some from Sherry if she still has any time to make them. That's where mine came from.
Oh, I didn't know.
I have one more for tomorrow.
We got some the first night and then ate them for 4 nights in a row.
Capella's
Hey,
has some
Vicky.
good ones.
Well, if you get really lazy, you can always get them from Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Good,
They're
they
not
have good
bad.
frozen ones.
they're not bad.
Everybody knows where the lot is.
Oh, hey, Capella's makes some good ones too.
Oh, I haven't tried theirs.
That's
In their
great to
deli,
know that.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I see that Sue's there. Hi, Sue.
Where'd Sue go? She was there. There she is.
Oh,
She's
Michael.
on. She's muted.
Michael, nice
She's
to see you,
muted.
Michael.
Hi,
Wow.
Michael.
So we're
Hi.
going to show you what
Hey,
Sylvie is
Julianne.
making.
We want to show you what Sylvanie is making.
I like your
Okay.
lights.
What is Sylvanie making?
What is she making?
Wait a minute, I'm gonna make her big for a minute here.
Wait, I gotta put my
Is
glasses
that a
on.
felted hat?
It's a mushroom.
Oh, is it wool?
It's legal to make them in Oregon now. You can make mushrooms.
Magic mushroom.
You
Can we take off a little bit of that for microdosing? A little bit.
Is that
For
what-
pandemic microdosing.
Lavender, and then she's put that in these pillows she's making.
is that one of your college courses?
Oh, it looks like. Look at Rob. Look at him stepping out of the sunset. Looks like.
I know. Rob
That
is
is
like
so
a
cool.
mystical
That is so cool.
avatar.
Hi.
Yeah, the Rob in the universe.
Yeah.
Michael's up in the clouds there.
Yeah.
Janice.
Janice is here. Wow.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Janice. Whoop, child. She's
So,
back.
Daviel,
There she is.
Ocean bottles.
You're not wearing a goose down vest. This must be one of the like 4 times I've seen you without. Oh, wait.
Look closer.
now she's
You have to
gone.
look closer.
I am. Yep, she is. I got one, and every time I wear it, I think of you.
Oh, why, thank you. They're warm.
It is. It's very warm. But you can move your arms without feeling like the Stay Puft Man.
It's part of my uniform.
I know.